Hi, this is gonna be the most randomest video, or straight up advertising. Perhaps it is straight up advertising for whoever made this game. I exactly know who made it, but I mean, probably you've seen the interview with Chris Wilson as well, where he was talking to Thomas Mahler, the maker of Ori and the Wild Wisp, who's currently on the works of Rest for the Wicked. This is the game I'm playing here, and but there are obviously more people included, right? But I've been playing this for the last 1 or 2 weeks. You can play it with your friends also. That is pretty cool because I don't know. This game has a great co-op. It doesn't feel entirely useless. Like Path of Exile, for example. Sure, you can play it with your friends, but usually you prefer playing solo, right? In this game, you can make your own world, play it with your friends only, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, and the purpose of this video is straight up advertising. I'm gonna be real here because I just love this game. Sure, it's early access. It doesn't have the packed end game, but yeah, if you are looking for something to play until Path of Exile 2 comes out, or in general something to play maybe with your friends on the weekends or something like that, this game is perfect. I can only recommend it. I was so surprised that there was such a gem hidden that I haven't found it yet, and it was just available, just there on Steam. It is not free, it does cost money though, but it's definitely worth it, I would say. And yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the game. It has daytimes, by the way, so currently it's night, this is why it's so dark. But overall, I think it's a little bit less beautiful if it's night, but yeah, I'm not gonna wait until this day to showcase the video. This is not, no. I have infinite time, but not for this. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. This game is, anyway, stop. Okay, this game has it is supposed to be an RPG, okay? However, it has some Souls-like elements and some Zelda elements also, like this entire thing of gathering materials, like fishing, as you can see here, right? You see a plant here, you pick up the plant. You see fish here, you pick up fish. And the plant, for example, you can use to make potions or food, because in much like all the Souls-likes, you have something to some usually heal pots to use in fights, right? Here we don't have heal pots, we just have food or runes or lifesteal or whatever you choose. And this is kind of, yeah, the Souls-like mechanics. You discover the world, you walk around, right? You all know this. You skill stats on your character. This all gets reworked. It's still in early access currently, but it all gets reworked. But for now, it's still fun. You can invest in damage, and we have a bunch of builds already, right? We don't have all the big super content and the endless possibilities, but we have quite a few lots, and it's super fun. The cool part about this game is that first of all, the campaign is actually super fun, and the way that this is super. Okay, get this. So we have items like in any other ARPG, right? Our items have mods, like in any other ARPG, right? These items, these mods can. Let me see if I have. No, I don't have the currency for it, but obviously the mods can roll in different. How is it called? Magnitudes. However, they are not level gated. So technically, if you were to exactly know what you wanna play, you could start building towards your character, starting on level 1, right? If you find something, you can keep it. The crafting here is also quite advanced, I would say. It's different than in what you're used to, I believe, but you can do stuff like, I don't know. Let's say I find this bow here, right? And I look at it and I see, oh, critical damage increased by 8%. So what I could do here is extract the mod, destroy the entire item, but get this mod as a currency, so to say. Do I just do this? But not on that one. It's crit damage, 8%, is not even that much. Do I just waste my I will just waste my currency, let's go. Okay, so now I destroyed my item, right? It's gone. But therefore I got the critical damages increased as a mod that I can put on other items now. Not like a Chaos Orb in Path of Exile, I can just put it on another item. So if I were to use it, I can put it on here and override any of the already existing mods, for example, right? And this is how you stack up the mods you want, the items you want. Item bases are kind of like in World of Warcraft stuff, like we have cloth, leather, mesh, and plate. They obviously have weight differences, so if you're low on weight, you can do quick dashes and you're really fast, super cool. If you're higher on weight, like if I were to equip this, I would now make a Dutch roll, which is much slower, right? Stuff like that. You know all this mechanics. Or you don't, I'm not sure. Where's my pants? Where's my pants? There it is. And yeah, so if you play the campaign, it doesn't feel like it's like usually you play any RPG and it's like, oh boy, now I have to do the campaign. Boy, I'm so excited when the campaign is already done because then I can finally play my character and progress my character. No. Here you start. You can start your campaign, and the moment you start playing, you can find stuff that you can carry until late game. This is how it works, and this is pretty cool. However, if you first play the game, you obviously are not gonna know what's good and what's bad, right? So it's quite a different experience, the first and second playthrough. However, this is super nice because I decided to hype up my friends and play it with my friends. You all recognize this blue waypoint, right? This like in Sacred, for example. I don't know how it was in Diablo actually. I played Sacred back in the day. But this is like my waypoint. If I die, I get respawned here, right? This is where I teleport to different areas. There are quite a few, and they are all super beautiful. They are more like, the artwork is super nice, I would say. They're all super beautiful. Even though the game is obviously about fighting and stuff, and boss fights, and the Souls-like mechanics, yeah, sure, I play like a super fast build, as you can see here. But if I were to... this enemy, for example, I can just get shot in the head, I guess. But I could technically parry him, right? So I parried. Nice, very cool. You can parry in the game. You can also block if you pick up a shield. You have a bunch of possibilities. My build here is just gotta go fast, sprint around. The level design is just fantastic. I mean, look at this. Look at this. If I look at the big world map, you can see I'm in this area here. And this is my starting area, right? And I walk around here and I gather my materials. Now, my PC is not the fastest, but I don't complain, so I don't really mind. It might be a bit laggy, but that's fine. I'm playing on controller, by the way, which is also super cool. But let's look at here. I'm in some forest area, right? And this is the first area. It kind of looks like the Twilight Strand, but in this art style. And if I were to fall down here, for example, I would just fall like, I don't know, 200 meters down and be in a completely different area. Like I'm back into a starting area. Obviously the enemies change. So yeah, this is maybe interesting. We don't have random map generation here. We have... the maps are always the same. However, the chest placement and the type of enemies that are here and what we gotta do is always different. And for now, because it actually looks beautiful, doesn't it? Like, it actually looks nice. Nice, even though it's night right now. Maybe I talk long enough for it to become day, but I highly doubt it. But perhaps that is gonna happen. Give me that. You can swim, by the way. Oh, what is this? What is this? Imagine you step into water and it's not an invisible wall. No, you can actually swim in water. You don't even drown, you can just swim in water and be pretty chill. You have some fun stuffies. You have obviously a lot to... this is such advertising, free advertising, but video only gets 300 views anyway, so who cares? You have stuff like some dungeony areas. This is super cool to explore with friends. If you just want to see what the game is about. Mostly it's just black. No, I know, I'm joking. There are only a few areas that are just dark, actually, where you need some kind of guide to go through. But yeah, there's some dungeon areas. There's so much to discover and it's so beautiful. There are so many builds you can play, actually, because every weapon in this game, like, there are different weapon archetypes, obviously, but the weapon archetypes in itself have different movesets. For example, not every bow has this I jump to the side and shoot kind of sprint Attack. I can maybe show you a different character. Wait. Kurz mal Menü. The way the servers work is beautiful as well, because you have realms. So if I were to choose this character, for example, and I go on realms, here I have a bunch of realms that I created with my friends that I can play on. It's kind of like in the good old days where you somewhat have different vendors, right? So if you have multiple realms progressed, you can access multiple vendors that reset daily and stuff. It's pretty cool. And you have a bunch of builds to play from. Look at this character. How the armor also. We have so many armor types, like I can show you. I believe we have more than that. I'm not quite sure myself. But the way this game works is essentially, if you find armor, let's say we go on armors, let's give you plain armor, right? Let's say you go through the world and you find some armor. And every armor is part of a set, okay? And you find armor, the stats are the same if you look at it, right? The stats are the same. And even these ones, they appear to be lower in stats if you compare those two, but this is because of the level and you can level them up, right? So technically you can find on the first level, the first area, armor level 1, and you can upgrade it up into max armor if you like it. This is quite cool because this gives you the freedom of just picking something that's either works for you right now, and your character sometimes looks like a complete clown. Like, actually, well, let me show you. Oh god, this is so beautiful. Okay, instead of transmog or something, and instead of microtransactions, we have just cool visuals all over the place, okay? So, if I were to look at here, let me see. I definitely have something that looks idiotic, don't I? There's so much idiotic stuff. Funny stuff also. This is super cool. So, yeah, just circus here. Look at my completely bugged armor right now. It has a cape, it's completely chat, right? The armor. But what is this? I mean, you can my screen is in front of it, but you can see the head, right? This is enough. What is this head? What is this head? What is this? This is super funny. What is this? I'm no Featherman. What the fuck? It's super funny. I like it a lot. And my helm? Oh no, this is not my helm. Okay. And yeah, so either you find gear that is already good and you craft on it, because what gear does is you either find it like this, where it's just gear with some enchantments on it, like you find a rare item in Path of Exile and you can just recraft it, right? But gear always has a facet. This is, where's my cursor? This here. And facets can determine what the implicit of the item is, so to say, if you would say it in Path of Exile terms. So you can find something like, for example, my chest has durable, my facet is durable, so the durability of my item is increased. Yeah. And because of that, I can take this, damage resistance is increased by 7% of current durability and get even more durability, and then I have giga damage resistance. That's super cool. So there are some mechanics in this game already that are pretty cool, that are pretty fun. But overall, it's just, you get a lot of playtime out of it. I swear, it's the first time, if you like, somewhat like this type of game, you can definitely find some joy playing it solo for a while, or just playing it on a weekend with some friends, which is what I did. Just log in, play the campaign. There's so many different areas, so much to discover. There are so many nice artworks that are actually positive, not like this all this dark negative stuffers, but it's actually more in the fantasy green positive style. Let me show you this. First of all, let me show you. Yeah, okay. Let me show you this. So, if I were to go to my waypoints, and I go to. There's a lot of spoilers here, but it's fine. This, for example, is a sewers area. Sewers, okay? Sewers. We all know sewers in Path of Exile. It might be a cool map sometimes, but the sewers are usually like. I mean, do sewers look cool? They also look worn down, and but the artwork here is completely. I don't have the ladder unlocked here. Ah, goddammit. The artwork here completely slaps. Just let me collect iron ore because I think I need it. Okay, moving on. There's an enemy. I can not parry this because yeah, this is like what I meant when I said it has souls-like elements, because even though I can kinda one-shot the enemy, I have lifesteal on my gear and I deal insane damage, right? Kinda still, you can kinda still get one-shot, which is not a bad thing, because this is just how the game works. It's not flooded with enemies. There are quite only a few where I'm going currently, but yeah, usually it's not like 10,000 enemies like you're used to, perhaps, in different games, right? So, but that is not a bad thing, I think. This is pretty cool. And you look at this, it's a sewer area. It's sewers. Then you walk in here, the lighting and the grass here. I don't know, I'm just blown away. I just love it for how it looks. Big fan. Big fan. Wait, I can actually, I could actually play my build instead of just stabbing, because this is what I'm doing. I found out that if you hold sprint and then you attack, he does a special attack, right? And every weapon does a different attack when you do that. And then usually you start attacking normally, or do some charge attack maybe, and every weapon is different there as well, but you can just hold sprint and just infinitely stab until your stamina runs out or stuff like that. But, yeah, maybe a different character. Also, what's super nice, so my PC isn't the best, right? However, the loading screens here are kinda, well, they do exist, but compared to when you open the map in PowerPXL 2, they're non-existent, no? They're kinda non-existent, right? Well, why am I also here? Why am I also here? I am not. Loading screens strong. Look at this guy. How weird does he look? But also with the cape man, the gear is just amazing. So many cool pieces, and this character, for example, this is a magic character. The way abilities work here is your weapons already have a offset, so you have your normal attack combo. If you spam it, that does different stuff. Is your charge attack, right? Sometimes you can hold attack to charge and stuff like that. But you also have runes that are abilities, and you can do crazy stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you can. Let me show you. Where do we go? Why is it night? I wish it would be day, because the game in daylight scenarios is just yeah, completely beautiful. But I mean, how long is this loading screen? Like 8 seconds? 10 maybe? And I'm in a new area, and the textures are all loaded up, right? So most games are completely scuffed when you do stuff like that. But let me just show you a very cool area that is 10 times cooler if it were to be day and not the night. Aha. Are there any enemies here? And there's a small enemy. Big enemy. But yeah, you can play mages, you can play some monk build that throws abilities instead of melee attack and throws abilities. You can play a dagger build, you can go fast, you can go slow, you can go block builds. There's a lot to play here, and even though it doesn't grant you like infinite playtime, it is quite nice to find yourself in areas like these, which are just beautiful to look at and give you a sort of reasoning of being here. For example, you can find your resources, right, which are... Oh yeah, you can find like runes or gems. Gems, I mean, not runes. You can find gems in it. So it's never like useless to pick those up. They all have some use cases that are not used in the end game, especially stuff like digging or chopping down trees to craft, I don't know, stuff. Or I don't know, nothing is really useless in a way, so I'm not really wasting any time here, and I'm not being inefficient, and I'm still just chilling in a way. So that's pretty cool, and I don't have to do this if I don't want to, kinda, because I can just play the game in a different way if I want to. So yeah, I don't know, it's nice. I can definitely recommend it. The first playthrough is super. It takes for us it took quite some time to figure everything out, to progress through the campaign. We thought, oh, we need resistances and stuff, but yeah, those are cool, but you don't really need them as much as you do in Path of Exile. So, and the way of how you deal damage and stuff, it's you gotta figure that out. But it's gonna be a fun journey, and if you then replay the campaign, you're gonna blast through it. It's gonna be really fun, and yeah, I think that's introduction to this game. I don't know why I made this video, honestly. I just felt inclined to make a video about it because I love it. However, I am quite... I think the most, let's say, fun or addicting part for me is over after 1-2 weeks. I will definitely play it, continue playing it. There's a lot to think about also. We have some... let me see. Cam, go big. Internets. So we already have a wiki, like in most games, right? So like in most RPGs, people can upload their builds on YouTube, and you can check what they did with their items and what they skilled and stuff like that. You can see stuff like the facets and think about what kind of weapon or armor you want, right? You can look what mods exist. There aren't that many mods compared. Chrome, chill out. Hello. Okay, my PC is just, I don't know, starting a revolution or something. Hello? Can you not? Okay. Alright then, keep your secrets. But yeah, there are not that many mods currently on all the items. Why is my PC? Oi, oi, oi! Oi, oi, oi! Hello! Hello. Where is the X? Close. Nice. There are not that many mods currently, but there are enough. And the game is somewhat more slow-paced. If I... Yeah... How do I call this? So you don't get... You kind of get flooded with equipment, right? But you don't really get flooded with... that much currency, so you kind of progress quite slowly for the... You don't have that many options like you have in most RPGs, right? But therefore you progress somewhat slowly, so it feels more impactful if you actually have a cool upgrade or if you made a cool weapon. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a nice thing, actually, because the Souls-like element makes it so that it feels completely fine to progress a little bit slower in this game, and I don't think it's better or anything. Yeah, so, but I just said that, yes. But yeah, I think that's all. I can maybe, because it's day now. Well, let me show you one area. This caught me completely. Now I was very happy to see that it's the same area here, I believe. But I mean, usually you progress through game, and the farther you go in, the more negative it becomes. The more it's all negative, purple, black, and green, and demons and death. It's kind of the same here also, but you do revisit the old areas currently for the mechanics and stuff. And I mean, to go somewhere like here with your endgame character and do your stuff right. I mean, look at this, the sunflowers. It's just I don't know. It's just nice. It's not this negative swamp-loaded trash which most of games features. It's just more positive. Still fighting and murdering stuff, but yeah, you have sunflowers and sunshine and nature stuff while doing it. I think that's pretty cool. And let me remind you, I'm teleporting to the entire map, right? And like I already mentioned, this is the starting area here, right? Now, I'm in some later game environment. If I were to just jump down here, yeah, I'm back at starting area. How cool is that? And it didn't take 10 years to load, right? That's super cool. So it is kind of, I would say it's somewhat well optimized, because my PC like is quite a bit older. However, it does eat lots of RAM, I believe. It's always at like 10 to 12 thousand megabits, bytes, whatever RAM. But no, it's fine. If you don't have the best PC, it's completely fine. You can play it with controller, you can play it with keyboards. You can pick up a friend, and friend is just here with you, and you can experience everything yourself. You can do some endgame content just together. It's yeah, it's pretty well done currently, and I can only say it will probably last for a week or two if you are looking for something to play where you can I don't know, enjoy the game, enjoy what's coming, enjoy the exciting new area stuff, and also think a bit about what your build does, right? Yeah, that is for this video, I believe. And I'm very happy I found this, because it's kept me entertained for 2 weeks now. And yeah, can only recommend. I'll be making videos about this probably once this gets new content, or finally releases the full version on Steam, which is supposed to be here, I don't know. I don't think we have an official date, but late 2026 or 2027, somewhere around that. So it's not that far away. And currently you already have a lot to do. And if you don't treat it as an RPG where you have the end game to grind, but more like campaign is fun, and you also have the RPG elements, then it's definitely it's 100% worth it. Like the time you get for buying this is definitely worth it. So yeah, maybe this I don't know. Maybe anyway, what? Maybe someone who's watching this Maybe someone who's watching this video now pays money for this game. What is this video even about? So I don't know, but god damn it. Perhaps someone finds this and decides to also check out the game and has a great time. Yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching, I guess, but I don't really care. I'm not sure why I made this video anyway, so take care, have a great time. Bye bye.